wanna put it on your nose, but it's clear how my baby's running this a block, cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you? She would put you in the bag, yeah. Wouldn't even need a planet. If she wanted, she a magnet. They should let her name a planet. Everything she drop like Corona, viral, make the world start over like a owner. She ain't about to set, but they really wanna throne her. Listen, she like Bay, she like Hover. Self-employed, moving paper better than some Billy Boy. Made a choice on the regular, she bring a milli home. Click my phone, get my ass up, get a dinner going. Watch she out there, making sure that you all know. Baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you? She be always making money, if it's raining, if it's sunny. She make time to call me honey every day. Drop a couple bands on the click, they need pay. Then a couple more on the tip, baby saves. Daddy's just the everyday, imagine holiday. If I get the 50 cent, she get me holidays. Signing with the fly, if you meet her, know it's true. So if she ever asks you, you know that baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and that cute. If she said loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count, how about you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Welcome again to another episode of Unapologetic. I am Mandrell, the one and only, the magnificent, the awesome, and overall badass.
Of course.
And this is my little sister, the baby.
Really?
Yeah, Shushi. You are the youngest grandchild of our grandparents, are you not? Yes, the baby. So there it is. Yes, my younger sister, Shamaria, but everyone calls her Shushu
Right.
for whatever reason.
How y'all doing? What's going on? What?
I don't like it when you do that.
How are you, Major? How you doing?
You got the Wendy Williams going tonight?
Right, yes.
You got the Wendy Williams going tonight? How you doing?
Of course. We gotta be a little dramatic.
Poor Wendy, for real.
Yeah.
I hate to see that. I hate to see her go out like that. It's
Yeah.
messed up. Yeah. Anyway, let's start on the good note. Let's go talk to people in the chat. Look, Stephen Day has a brand new picture for us in a suit, no less. I wish I could see more of it. I mean, yeah, look at Stephen. Yeah, he's here every week. I like it. Yeah, Stephen Day is all right. Hey, Stephen Day, how you doing? Thanks for coming out and supporting us as usual. We got Corey Hager, as usual.
As usual.
As usual, the old faithful Corey Hager. Look, he's giving you your flowers and whatnot. Look at him.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Yeah, the poet. The poet, Corey. Who would have thought that? Corey Hager is a freaking poet. Who would have thought that? He brought the house down that night when he first read that poem. No one expected it.
Indeed, he did.
No one expected it. He took us all off guard. Greetings and salutations, Vaughn, Bryant. How you doing? Peace, joy, longevity, whatever. Oh, Queen Betty. How you doing?
Hey, Betty. How you doing?
How you doing, Queen Betty? And this is my day one. The love of my life, Jenny Morena. That's my girl there for real. She actually checks up. She actually checks up on me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's a very sweet woman.
That's so yeah.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Thanks for coming.
Who you doing? That's like saying it.
Mandrill, go for Mandrill for the glasses tonight. Thank you.
So yeah.
Scam Likely. Look at Scam Likely in the chat. Scam Likely. That's right. It's Scam Likely. This would not be a dustathon. Okay, tonight. Yeah, Dusto. This would not be a dustathon. This is not the Dustosphere. That's not what this is tonight. Okay.
This is not what this is.
She says, hola, hermana. That's hello, sister, in Espanol.
Okay. Oh, hola, hermana.
Yes, Jenny. Hola, hermana. There you go. Hola, hermana. Ash is just a dust. It's not the big bad bull. What's up, big bad bull? You know what? I'll always have respect for Big Bad Bull because when we first got monetized, he's the first one to send money. First one to give a donation was Big Bad Bull.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah. Hey, wait, don't go that far. He's had some nasty things to say about your big brother.
Really? Well,
yeah.
Everybody got their own opinion, you know. So,
Excuse me?
everybody's not gonna see eye to eye on everything. So it's cool. It's all right.
He said these guys just vacuum plugged up just in case.
Yeah.
And look, everyone's being sweet to you, but hey, shoo, Mandrill. That's what I get.
All right.
Mandrill. Anyway, who is this? We got Wonderful 34. What up, Mr. Mandrill and Hink? Hink is not here. Wonderful. I mean, shoo, my mistake. Oh, really? Now you're trying to be funny.
Oh Lord.
What up, Mandrill and Hink? I mean, shoo, my mistake. See, don't forget. See, for that mistake, you see the Cash App at the bottom. Cash App, Clue 21, and the PayPal. Drop a donation in for your mistake, sir. You can make up for it with money.
Okay.
Everything's made better by pizza and money.
Okay.
Pizza and money. Yeah, pizza makes everything better.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You don't like pizza? Since when?
I ain't said I didn't like it. I'm just like, it's not the same though.
What do you mean it's not the same?
I don't know.
Not the same as money?
Not the same as Krispy Kreme.
Oh, donuts. I know, right? See, they don't know about Krispy Kreme. You have to actually have a Krispy Kreme store in your city, and you go there when they're cooking it because they cook it in the building. You know what I'm saying? You have to go there. Look at this. Peace Love says, "Hey, Shoo, but I met her way before you. See, everyone comes at you. No one speaks to me. I told you you're a superstar now. I mean, no one cares about me.
No, it's just I'm nice.
I am too. What's up, Lewis? Lewis is cool. I like Lewis. Daryl Long's in the house. Thank you for coming. Peace, love. Again, hello. Book of Genesis. Hello. Thank you for coming.
Hey,
thank you very much. We're going to talk about a little tonight, people. Bruh man from the fifth floor. Get out your phone.
What? What up, bro man?
Bruh man from the fifth floor.
All right.
Shoo, and the other person. See what I'm saying? See the disrespect? You see the disrespect? And it's hey, Shoo, and the other person.
Yo.
Hey, peace, love. See, now she does it like 10 minutes later. Comes through the door, speaks to you. Nothing for me.
People are nice to you.
Really?
They acknowledge you.
No, they don't. People don't like me around here in these YouTube streets. They really don't. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to them.
Well,
oh, what's up, brother Bernard? Yes, Bernard. What's up? Peace, chat. That's right. What's going on, Bernard? That's my guy right there. See, Corey Hager's laughing at it because he knows it's true. Corey will corroborate everything I'm saying. Right. I don't know what I did to people I don't know what I did. I don't know. I just told you the truth. Y'all don't like the truth?
Right. Well,
I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah. I guess a lot of people got emotional damage when it comes to you.
That's right. They got emotional damage when it comes to me because they're not used to people telling them the truth. They're so used to hearing lies that they want you to lie to them.
I want to say
right. No pushback. Exactly. Even Genesis doesn't have pushback for that, and she has pushback for everything. They hate me worse than these YouTube streets. See, Scam Likely says they hate me worse than these YouTube streets.
Thank you, Mr. Banderson.
You know what? He's probably right. He's probably right. He's probably the only person hated more than me. But at least he trolls.
Hey, Madrell, you got your feelings.
I ain't in my feelings.
Right.
Wait, what's wrong? Here's the thing. What's wrong with pointing out an observation? Well, how does that mean I'm in my feelings? I'm articulating an observation.
Well, I mean, I guess you can say that, but typically, like when you don't care about something, like you don't even pay any attention to it at all. You don't even acknowledge it. So
that's what I do.
Hey, that's creative. How you doing?
See that one? That one's been extra mean to me.
No, she hasn't.
Yes, she has. Miss Creative trolls me every panel that I'm on. It's like Miss Creative will follow me.
That's support, okay?
Miss Creative follow. It seems like she follows me from panel to panel to panel that I'm on just to troll.
No.
Yeah, she does. That one's been mean. I need you go. I need you to go where she is and handle that.
Hey, black man, how you doing?
I need you to go wherever she is, find her and handle that.
Handle what?
Handle Miss Creative. Handle my lightweight.
Well, you know what, Miss Creative? You know what? You right, Mandra. I got you. Hey, the Miss Creative. How you doing? I just want to say thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for supporting Madrell. He really appreciates it. Even though he complaining a little bit right now, but that's all love, girl. That's all that is. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Continue to follow him from panel to panel. He loves it. Because he's the glorious one. So the almighty one. So he loves it.
Yeah, it even sounds weird hearing you say that. That's how not true that is. I'm super uncomfortable. I'm so not.
Say Zaddy, I'm so done with you. Hey, Primal, how you doing?
Primal, what's going on, Primal? All right. Since you say get out my feelings, which I'm not in them, I mean, that's what tonight's show is about. Mm-hmm. It's about emotional damage and just people in their feelings and psychosis in general, how it leads to triggers in the brain.
Right.
Oh, that's the part I was going to take it to. Just to let people know. I was going to, say a few things on narcissism and sociopaths.
Emotional damage.
Do I need to leave now? Yeah. I be trying to support you, Mandrell. You try to support me, Miss Creative.
You don't need to go nowhere. You don't need to go nowhere.
No, you don't, Miss Creative. You actually don't need to go anywhere.
You are welcome.
I do. Okay. I do appreciate the trolls, the trolling that you do.
Oh Lord.
At least you're watching. Yeah, that's where I look at it. At least you're watching the program,
Like us, darling. I need to get that clip.
See, why do women do that?
Do what?
I mean, if you don't want my support, I will leave. How does it go to that? I said thank you.
Cause
how does it go to that? How does it go make that? How do we make this leap?
Because you're making it seem like you don't appreciate her support.
How do I make it seem like that? I just asked a question.
You see this right here? You're getting emotional. You're getting all in your feelings.
How am I getting my feelings? I'm just asking questions.
Let's back that up.
Anyway, let's get to the subject at hand. All right, look.
Right.
All right, men and their emotions.
Mm-hmm. I particularly brought this topic up because
this is your topic, so you lead.
No, it's just because something that's interesting to me is how men are always saying that it's women are so emotional. Women are so emotional when it's not just us, as human beings, as people. We all have emotions and we all get emotional. It's just that when we are socialized to show them or express them in different ways. So for instance, women can, if our feelings are hurt or anything like that, we can express our hurt by crying in public or around anyone. We can pout or whine and in public, and people will just dismiss it as, oh, that's just her being emotional. That's just her being, sensitive, as women are. Whereas if a man were to cry in public, he'd be like, oh, stop that crying. Oh, he's a simp. or he's a wimp, or he is not respected as a man because he is showing his emotions through tears. And it's sad. And as a result, what tends to happen is, it's just that I hate to hear people say that, because I want men to start, number one, acknowledging that you have emotions, acknowledge your emotions so that you can identify them, because what ultimately ends up happening is a lot of men end up suppressing their emotions. And if you suppress your emotions, you can try and push them to the back of your mind or wherever, but they always manifest themselves through your behavior. And a lot of times that shows itself as aggression or anger, or sometimes men can be bratty too. Men can be whiny too in their own way. It may not be whiny like a girl whiny, but it's still getting aggravated or upset easily, like, a lack of patience. So it is important for men to start really like learning how to deal with their emotions. Number one, through emotional intelligence. Right.
Wow.
Wow, what?
That's what it is?
Yeah.
So you think that men suppress their emotions, and because they do that, it causes us to lash out?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not always. I think it's associated. I think the suppression of emotions is associated. I don't think it's a cause.
Okay. Explain. You said you don't think it's a cause. Well, what do you
No,
think?
because you can ignore the emotions and stuff like that. There's times where I've been pissed off, and like seconds later, it's just
So yeah, emotional detachment.
gone.
That's emotional detachment.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think it's detachment.
What do you think it is then?
Maturation. I just let the bullshit go. It ain't important. It ain't hurting me. It ain't hurting my money. It's not hurting you. It ain't hurting mama. So what does that mean to me?
Yeah, I think that is a little bit different. Like, well, yeah, that does definitely come with maturity, being able to detach. That is, well, number one, that is emotional detachment, being able to detach yourself from certain emotions.
That's a
Like,
good thing, right?
it can be. It can be.
Okay. How can it not be?
Because, like I said, a lot of times it does. Like when you keep pushing something off to the side, like for so long, it ends up like building and boiling over until one day it does boil over. Primal, like just said, they build up and volcano out in bad times and bad ways. Exactly. That's exactly what happens when you keep pushing your emotions to the side and quote unquote detaching from them. So it'll either make you like erupt one day, or it'll just make you, I mean, I wouldn't say emotionless, or turn you into a sociopath.
No, that's not going to turn you into a sociopath.
Well,
A narcissist, yeah.
Well,
Not a
yeah.
sociopath.
Okay.
Yeah. They can turn you into a narcissist.
Okay.
Sociopath, no.
Okay.
Here's the thing about a narcissist. All right. Narcissism can be characterized by a sense of entitlement, being self-absorbed, being disagreeable, and either being highly sensitive or highly resistant to criticism. People in their feelings, or who weren't taught to manage their feelings all the time, they have these they have to build themselves up. You know what I'm saying? And it comes off as delusions of grandeur.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Princessa, how you doing? See,
I
can't win. I can't win for losing. I can't win for losing. I'm trying to find you a sister-in-law, but it ain't good. It ain't looking good. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Look, okay, hold on. Let me finish. Narcissistic people tend to value themselves based on how others admire them and pander to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a very poor sense of self. They have very poor insight. Very poor insight. They need attention and validation, and if others would not give it to them voluntarily, or to sometimes the sometimes the unreasonable standards that they demand. If you don't volunteer giving me my praise, okay, or if you give me my praise voluntarily and it's not up to my ridiculous standards, okay, they will manipulate, coerce, bully, guilt trip, and shame in order to get it. Mm-hmm. That's why your head big. You know what I'm saying? It'll be something stupid. Yeah, they do that. Now here's they live in an. Here's the interesting part. They live in an internal world full of envy and shame. Mm-hmm. The strange thing is that they tend to act in shameful ways in order to escape that feeling of shame. Like they're ashamed of themselves because narcissistic people tend not to be successful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They tend not to be. They tend to be average at best. Like at best, they tend to be.
That's true. That's true. Donald Trump, for example, narcissists as they come.
No, yeah.
But I mean, would you not say he was successful?
He's a sociopath. He's not a narcissist.
What's the difference?
A narcissist knows that he's wrong. A narcissist knows that there's something wrong there. A narcissist knows it. Sociopath doesn't have any idea. Sociopath thinks. Sociopaths don't need. That's why psychiatrists. They don't have a medicine for it. They don't have a treatment. They don't even have a real way to diagnose sociopaths. Mm-hmm. They don't have a real way to do any of that.
Right.
It's his ex-wife.
Well,
Corey, I'm sorry you went through that. Okay, psychiatrists don't really understand it very well. Mm-hmm. To be sociopaths, to be honest.
Right.
And the thing is, we just use that title and throw it around to describe people who participate in a lot of criminal activity. Mm-hmm. But it's not something that we know how to treat. We have no medicine for it. There's no type of therapy because sociopaths don't go to therapy.
Right. Of course not.
I'm sorry, Miss Creative.
Right. Can you eat that like later? So whatever that is you eating?
Fair enough, ladies.
Macking on.
Okay. Between you and Miss Creative, I'm telling you. Good grief.
I'm just saying.
All right, Miss Creative, thank you for bringing it to my attention that that's annoying you. My apologies. Okay. Right. For instance, coming from poor upbringings is associated with sociopaths, but it's not a cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because not everyone who comes from a poor background is a sociopath.
Yeah.
Some sociopaths come from that. Some sociopaths come from rich families. Some come from middle class. So it's like every shade of the rainbow in socioeconomics can be associated with sociopaths. Yeah. So you can't really point one of them as a cause over the other. Right.
But in this case, I think sociopaths don't really. I think they're a great example of people who are detached from their emotions. Narcissists tend to be more self-involved, whereas they don't really think about anyone other than themselves.
Sociopaths don't give a shit about. They have feelings. They just don't care about anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care. Like whatever they do, they don't care how it affects other people. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Right.
Right. It could destroy your whole family, and they won't care. It's like, well, hey, did it benefit me? Yeah. Okay, then. A narcissist will know they're wrong, though, and a narcissist will have a conscience about it. Mm-hmm. A sociopath doesn't know he's wrong. He thinks he's right.
Right.
And you can't tell him shit.
Right.
You can argue with him all you want. A sociopath is gonna say, "No, I'm right."
Oh yeah, as Primal says, y'all getting into weeds, and true enough, we are. So I do want to take this conversation into a different lane, if you will, because I think that's more of a conversation that. Anyway,
it's better off for another day.
Yeah, it's
to get into the weeds of that. But anyway, yeah, emotional damage for men. Here's the thing. We know that young men are not taught to be men, right? We're not taught to be husbands. We're not taught how to communicate with women. We're not taught how to understand women. It's just so much we're not taught. So by and large, we're sent out into the world, especially these past 2 or 3 generations.
Right.
They've been largely sent out into the world completely unprepared. So they have problems with socializing with women.
Mm-hmm.
And, you cannot socialize with a woman the same way you do a man. Women are different,
Right.
and then they don't know how to accept rejection, right?
Right. Yeah.
So when they get rejected, they don't know that once you get rejected, it's okay. Just go ask. So what do you do then? Go ask another woman out on a date. What about the last one? She said no, right? Yeah. Well, then it's over. She said no. Move on. And you have to keep shooting your shot with women until one says yes.
Right. And that's like really interesting, because now it's at a point where, like, as a woman, if you get approached by a dude, like, and you tell them no, like, they out here shooting chicks or like jumping chicks. Because it was a couple of months ago, this lady right here a couple of blocks up from me in Harlem, she was these guys tried to holler at her, and she was like, nah, I'm not interested. And him and his little friends followed her outside, and they jumped her, all because she said she wasn't interested. So a lot of that, they don't know how to handle their emotions, all in their feelings. So with that, would you say there are any safe spaces for men to express themselves emotionally?
Well, here's the thing. We now have YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even for me, myself, listen to guys air out their grievances time and time again. After so long, to men, after so long, it just sounds like complaining. Because me, I'm a man of action. I mean, what are you going to do? Okay, I hear your grievances. Fair enough. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. Now, what are you going to do to fix it? I want to know that part. What are you going to do to fix your issue? And the answer is not beating women up. It's not cursing women out. It's not saying all women are bad and I need to divest and I need to and screw black women. They ain't worth shit. That's not the answer.
All right.
Okay? Right. Fellas, that's not the answer.
It's not.
I don't get this. I've been watching this whole thing play out in YouTube. And salute Sir Hill. Anyway, hey, Sir Hill. Yeah, okay. So I've been watching this whole thing on YouTube, right? And I largely since I've been here, I've been serious sometimes, but a lot of times I've been just kidding around. I've been poking and prodding people and just trying to figure out what this shit is, right? So, and I ask a lot of questions. And I just articulate my observations. So people are like, well, Mandrell, you complaining about women every Wednesday. I'm like, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what I saw. That's like me saying, hey, Shamaria, guess what I saw yesterday? I saw a lizard on the porch.
Right.
It was just sitting there.
Right.
And then you saying, why are you complaining about the lizard? What's a complaint?
Right.
I just told you I saw a lizard. But then you get people who say you complain. I'm like, I don't get it. But anyway, that I don't understand either. But at the same time, I hear these guys complaining about women, and it does get to the point where they complain because they start trashing women. You don't. Yeah. That's where you've lost me. That's where you lost me when you're trashing women. Okay. Shout out to Mandrill, the chat, and Shushu. Thank you very much, Ian.
Yes.
Ian Simmons. That's how you pronounce that, Black Man Unfiltered. Ian.
I'm so done.
So yeah. So when it comes to emotions, thank you. And yeah, so that was Sister Smith.
That goes out to you. But yeah. So
yeah, these guys don't know how to talk to women. They're not their EQ out the window. I've listened to so many guys have conversations that would dry a woman's vagina up so quick. I mean, nothing sexy about them conversations at all.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's weird.
Right.
Like Tommy B says all the time, man, this shit is weird. I mean, yeah, it is. It's awkward.
It is. But I think a lot of that, too, like when you come into like you talk about like the red pill spaces and stuff like that, where guys are, I guess frustrated or upset. A lot of it is because, like you said, it's the rejection or not being able to pull the type of woman they want to pull, and they get in their feelings all about it. And a lot of guys, they don't want to say that they're in their feelings because guys don't get emotional, right? But what do you call that?
It's emotional.
Exactly. If you're not getting your feelings about it, then what is it?
It's just the thing is these guys are unprepared when it comes to the in the context of navigating life. There's some things that are big deals and there's some things that are not. Being rejected by a woman is no big deal. You're supposed to take that as a learning experience. So what these guys should do is ask these women that they've been rejected by, hey, let me ask you something. What's up? You said no, and that's cool. No problem there. Tell me something. What is it about me that you find unappealing? And most women, not all of them, but most women will actually tell you to your face. It's where you dress. Look at your shoes. Get a haircut. I don't find you attractive.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women will flat out tell you to your face exactly what it is. And in my experience, I ain't even asked and they told me, you're too short. You're too ugly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asked and they told me. So, the thing is, but here's the thing, I learned from it. It didn't hurt. The thing is, it didn't hurt my feelings. I was like, oh, so the way I dress. Okay, cool. Well, let me find somebody who knows how to dress and ask what do they think I look good in. Well, then again, at the same time, be me.
My question is this, like, were you being persistent even after they said no?
No.
Because they were just like, nah, you ugly. Stop talking to me.
Listen, I told you some of these stories. Like one chick was sitting there looking at herself in she had 1 million selfies in her phone. Okay. And she was sitting there at the dinner table, just sitting there. Ooh, I'm gorgeous. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. That's narcissistic behavior because she has to validate herself. She's looking for self-validation. And this chick was just an eye-looking chick, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I could have done better.
Right.
But I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, whatever. It might be a gem there. She might be a super dope person.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and she's just sitting there looking at herself, giving herself compliments at a dinner table, at a restaurant. And I should have did what Hink did and left her ass there. but I'm not that dude. That's Hink. That's Hink's thing. But if there's in the restaurant, right? But I'm getting to the point. The point is, like she said, oh, okay, yeah, no. First of all, you too short for me. I like tall men. You too short, and you ain't ugly enough, but you don't look good enough. Well, you don't look good enough. I said, oh, appreciate it. And here's the thing: I sat right there and finished my dinner, and I paid for the meal, and we went our separate ways after that. I paid for my meal and hers too. Yes, I did. It was a date.
Right. Okay.
A man pays for the date. I was still a gentleman at the end of the day. I didn't get in my feelings and say, F you pay for your own dinner, blah, no, you don't. I didn't do that. You don't do that.
Ask for separate checks and just pay for yours and walked out. I would have been mad at that.
I could have, but no, men don't do that. That's not, no. A gentleman. There's so few gentlemen left in the world. I take pride in being one.
I'm glad you brought that up. Men do that because, and it's funny because I was on a Gray Pill podcast last Tuesday, and the topic of discussion is toxic masculinity, and like a lot of times, let's just be honest, like masculinity has been completely assassinated, because everything that's been associated or society has defined as or associated with what it is to be a man has been it's all been labeled toxic, and that's not good. Because what's happening now is when you have women who are attacked in the streets or need help, when there was a point in time where men would jump in because, that's the masculine thing to do, they're detaching. They're not. They're mind. Oh, let me mind my business.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, because here's the
So,
thing.
and hold on, my point for bringing it out, because what made me think about that, you were like, yeah, that's what a man is supposed to do. I do think that, you know, ideally, when you think toxic masculinity, like certain negative stigmas are placed on that, like, you know, anger, aggression, or, you know what I'm saying, just unruly. All the other stuff is associated with being toxic masculinity. But would you say that like men having to subject themselves to like just the utter like disrespect and rudeness that some women do thrust upon them, is that not toxic too? But you told me that's the masculine thing. That's what a man does. Because here it is, in your same scenario, a woman has completely insulted you and been completely rude. She's all on her phone and she tells you, "Oh, yeah, you short, you two this, you know, you ain't got this for me." That is absolute rude. So, like I said, I wouldn't have been mad if you would have requested separate checks, paid for yours, and left. I wouldn't necessarily say you would be wrong for that. But you were like, "Oh, we were on a date, so you know." But a man does that. Okay, I mean, is that not, that would be considered toxic too?
What would have been toxic? Asking for separate checks?
No, I mean, you sitting there and just absolutely being subjected to that rudeness. That's toxic.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, that's just her thing. I don't know what's up with her. I mean, I didn't know what was up with her. I mean, fine. I mean, I asked her, here's my thing. Okay, if you're not attracted to me, cool. She didn't have to be rude. I get it.
Right.
But I still asked her out on a date. And it was my duty as a gentleman to cover the date. Okay. There are so few gentlemen left on the planet. I take pride in being one. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. No, maybe she wasn't into me physically or whatever. But here's the thing. She said I was too short for her, but I'm taller than her. Mm-hmm. Like she was wearing like 3-inch heels. I still had her. Mm-hmm. You know, so I was still taller than her, but I'm not tall enough. I was like, all right, if you say so. But that's just the way I take things. It rolls right off my back.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't like this whole thing with guys cursing women out. I've never understood it.
I'm not saying you should have, like, you know, like just in turn cursed her out or anything like that. You could still be genuine, like, you know what? Thank you for coming to meet me. And, you know, I hope you find what you're looking for. Excuse me, waiter. We have separate checks. When the waiter brings their check back, pay for yours, and you have a good evening. That's still being a gentleman.
Yeah, that's one way to take it.
At the same time, not tolerating like blatant disrespect. Like that's utterly disrespectful.
But you want to know what though? I felt good about myself when I left that date. I didn't curse her out. Mm-hmm. There was no yelling, no screaming. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I looked at it like this. That's her loss.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this, because it's interesting. Like when you said like certain things that women have said to you, like how does that make you feel?
I mean, it has made me feel like black women just flat out don't want me. Because again, I've been out on dates with black women, and only black women have told me this. I've heard, and this is from separate black women, okay? Mm-hmm. I didn't know you like black girls. Why do you date black women? Why don't you date a white woman? Mm-hmm. I think you fit better. Why don't you date a white woman? No, not a white woman, an Asian. Again, these are separate women. Mm-hmm. No, an Asian. Yeah, don't get a white woman. We don't want to lose another good brother to a white woman. I said, right. So you'd rather lose another good brother to an Asian as opposed to a white woman. What's the difference? Mm-hmm. I'm still not creating a black family, and you are willing to give that up.
Right.
What's the deal here? But then, you know, there's women who just won't bite, and then I'll ask them. I said, okay, what's wrong with me? Nothing. No. What about me do you find unappealing? Nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're super fun. You're super cute. you're really, really smart, way smarter than me. I've had women tell me I'm smarter than them, this, that, and the other. It's nothing but compliments. I'm like, okay, so what's the issue? Why did you want to see me again? Well, I'm looking for a guy who's with a bit more swag. That thing. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that I got that dog, I got the mongrel in me. They don't know what I did in the military.
Well, like, can we go back to what Sir Hill said? He says, being a gentleman doesn't mean rewarding bad behavior. Even gentlemen must have and enforce standards. Men collectively need to set standards.
Yeah, I did set standards. I never saw her again. I mean, a life sentence. Yeah. You got a life sentence. That's the standard. Life sentence. See you later. You're out. I don't have to act rude. I don't have to get in my feelings. I don't have to get, you know what I'm saying? Let's say
no, and because where I'm trying to take this.
Thank you, Miss Creative. Those women aren't for me. And the thing is, the way I took it is the emotional intelligence that I'm talking about. It's just
that is true, but it's the point I'm trying to get to. Like things like that can lead to, and this is a topic men don't really talk about either. The self-esteem issues, because men do have self-esteem issues.
A lot of us do. A lot of men do. And it's because men don't know themselves. And it turns into narcissism. So when they get with women, because they don't know how to manage their emotions, they never learned, they get with women and they take it out on them. And it comes out as narcissism. They need constant gratification from the woman, constant praise. You know, they ask you questions. How does this make me look? How do I look? You know, what do you think of these shoes? You know what I'm saying? You like my new haircut? Like, why are you asking a lady so many questions about you? Here's where I look at it. If she doesn't like something I'm wearing, she'll tell me. She don't like the way my haircut is, she'll tell me. Because women do tell you. In certain ways, right? They're like, who cut your hair? Boom. Right. You know, right? You know, all right, my joint's fucked. Okay, let's not do this. Let's not go this route again. You know what I'm saying? Or, where'd you get them pants?
Right.
Boom. You know it. You know what I'm saying? They'll say it, and women have their own way of doing it. But then guys can't take. And I see in the chat they're saying you're picking the wrong women. I mean, probably so, but everyone picks the wrong person. Otherwise, everybody would be married. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have spells like that where you're gonna pick this person's not right, that person's not right, that person's not right until you find the right person. You can get it wrong 1,000,000 times. You only got to get it right once. But you have to keep going and keep getting rejected until you find that right person. That's what it's about. You can't blame the woman for not wanting you. She likes who she likes, and she has that right.
You're right, but and the reason why I you know that is you absolutely right about that. But like somebody else put in the chat, like, where are you picking these women? You pick the wrong women a lot. So it does say something about like the kind of women you're going after. Like
well, this woman a lot of these women I met through friends. A lot, like the crazy ones. Yeah, I met them through friends. I ain't gonna lie. Now the chicks I've gone out that I picked myself, those turned into relationships.
Right.
Remember back in high school, there's the one. Let's not call them names. There's the one I was stupid over.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I was in love with her. But yeah, I was stupid. And then there's
with like her. I guess you could say that was your first heartbreak.
That was.
And with that, would you say because you took the heartbreak from that and carried it for a while? Because it's a lot of guys that do that.
Yeah, here's the thing.
One time.
Right.
One time. And then go out there and just end up being a monster.
Well, here's the thing. I took time to let that heartache go away. That's because I knew. You know you don't need to be with somebody. Why waste somebody else's time? And the thing is, like, people saying you pick the wrong people a lot. It's like, yeah, but doesn't everybody? I hadn't done anything different than anyone else does. You know what I'm saying? Everyone picks the wrong person from time to time. That's why people walk around with emotional damage.
Granville says, should we speaking in general? We pointing on that in that drill. I'm trying to keep from pointing.
Right. Everyone's pointing at me. I told you. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I've done to people. I don't know. Right. And here's the thing. I've done nothing different than anyone else has. Even in the chat.
let's just keep it honest though. Like women saying that to you did do something to you emotionally.
Oh yeah.
Because
Here's the thing.
Denying it, you can't deny it when you keep bringing it up. You keep talking about it. That's a sign that yes, it did affect you emotionally.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing.
Let this be an example to men out there. Like, you know, you can't keep denying things.
Well, no, you can't deny it.
Talking about it, like, yes, it had an emotional effect on you. It caused emotional damage.
I wouldn't say emotional damage.
As long as you keep denying it, you're gonna keep running into the same issue over and over.
Okay, again. Listen, I'm not 8 years old. I don't need you to speak that slowly to me. Oh, it's for the chat. I get it. The chat needs you to speak that slowly for them. Okay, I got it. Now, here's the thing. Did it affect me? Well, of course it did. I'm a human being. Right. But did I let it stop me, or did I let it make me hate Black women or hate women in general? No. That's the difference. You're gonna run into things, and people are gonna say things that are gonna affect you emotionally. You're a human being. They're going to. Now, what you do with that emotion, how you manage it, that's the key. That's what needs to be focused on. You got guys who get their heart breaking, like, fuck these hoes. Fuck these hoes. And then they go out and they slay woman after woman after woman after woman. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a complete man whore. And then leaving all these women with emotional damage. Right? And all these women get
emotional damage.
Exactly. And women are much more sensitive. So women get scorned a lot faster than men. Well, not these days. Let's say not these days. Women
aren't more sensitive. We're allowed to display that sensitivity. Whereas men are not. Gotcha. That's what I'm trying to get out of people's vocabulary.
Right. Okay. Now here's the thing.
You're not allowed to display that sensitivity, but you are sensitive. And guess what? It's okay.
It is.
It don't make you no simp. It don't make you no wimp. It makes you a human being.
Tell them.
Human beings have emotions. Human beings have feelings. And it's okay to allow those feelings to happen. It's okay. But the problem is you have to deal with your emotions, because if you don't, they deal with you.
Exactly. And this is something I told you. This is why I went to therapy. You know what I mean? And stayed in therapy for so long. Like Peace Love said, you said Black women like it's every one of them. Here's the thing. How did she get that out of what I said? Here's the thing, Peace Love. Here's the thing, Peace Love. He sure does like he
has a disdain for Black
You see
women.
what I'm saying? I think they gotta be trolling. Like they have to be trolling. There's no way they got that out of what I said.
No,
they have got to be trolling.
And no, they're not.
Okay, here's I'll clarify. Let me clarify.
Because here's the thing. Granted, I don't I'm not denying that you haven't had some negative experiences with Black women.
I never said it was all Black women. I said it did not make me hate Black women. Right. I didn't walk around carrying that nonsense around, or all women are like this. No. I never, and I said this specifically. It didn't. My experiences have not made me hate women. I said it has not made me hate Black women. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't walk around thinking that. And no, not every single Black woman thinks that way. I've had relationships with Black women that worked. Right. So I can't say it's all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one can. Just the thing is, like I said, it's you have to.
But let's just acknowledge this. Hearing something like that from your own people, like women from your own race, that's hurtful. Because even for me to hear Black men be like, "Oh, Black women," even though, like, you know, a lot of time I don't meet a lot of the same criteria women.
The trollation of it all, though. The trollation of the chat tonight. Listen to this.
It's
primal.
You know what I mean?
Say most. Oh my God. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I did to people, Shamaria. I don't know. You didn't say many. Here's the thing. Peace, love. I said it. My experiences did not make me hate Black women. Did not make me look down on Black women. And the thing is, in spite of all of that, in fact, peace, love, I still prefer a black woman.
Right.
But I know not all black women are going to treat you that way. There are some really good sisters out there. You just have to keep trying until you find one.
Right.
That's what it is. Or you try people of different races or whatever until you find a woman who loves and appreciates you.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with women. Ladies, you have to keep, if that guy isn't for you, let it go. Let him go about his business and act a fool on his own or with somebody else. You go and you find a man who loves and appreciates you. You missed a lot, Nathan Daly. Nothing, Nathan. The chat is trolling hard on me.
The chat trolling you now. That's what's going on.
The chat is on your boy head tonight, man. Peace Love comes in and she I just met her. We just became friends. And she is on my helmet today.
Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it.
What did Angela say? She my apologies for your hurt.
Still friends. Yes, we still cool. Thank you.
What'd he do?
No, because I was saying like you can't deny that the things that like
Oh yeah, of course they hurt you. Of course they hurt. It hurts to hear your own say these things to you.
Because for me, like to hear black men talk about black women like that is hurtful. And I can sit up here and be like, oh yeah, well, I don't act like that. That's not me. But it's still hurtful because I'm included in that group. And because I have black skin and I'm a black woman, like I get looked at and evaluated like that too. That's hurtful. So and it's okay to say that, you know what I mean? It does make you feel some type of way. It does
make you feel a certain type of way. But the thing is, I know full well that I can't carry that around next time I meet another woman and she's black. I can't blame the new woman for the mistakes of the chicks from the past. I can't do that. That's not fair. That's neither fair nor right. You have to take relationships and you're dealing with people on a case-by-case basis. This is how you manage your fellas, pay attention. This is how you manage those weird emotions of yours. You have to take people on a case-by-case basis.
Emotions are bad. Okay. How you know? How long you gonna keep looking till he find the one? The miscreator till he find the one.
And here's the thing. There's one right there.
Go back to something like Black David said.
What Black David say?
He said maybe black men don't deserve. No, maybe black don't deserve a highly educated, well put together man. Maybe they should stick with the trash while highly educated and well put together black date or marry outside their race.
Well, I mean, that is an option to date outside your race. To date outside my race, you know what I'm saying? I even told you, I said, hey, listen, don't just stop at black men. Did I not tell you that? I said, don't be afraid to date out. Why? Because the older I've gotten, the more I've learned that, okay, again, you have to take people on a case-by-case basis. That particular black woman treated you this way. This other particular black woman treated me this other way. However, in my last relationship, if you remember, that black woman was fantastic.
Yeah, she was nice. I liked her.
Yeah, she was really nice, right? Okay. It didn't work out because we had different ideas on how to raise children. Yeah. But that's all. That's what it was. Everything else, fine. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic woman. But so it didn't work out. But so you can't blame every black woman. You can't walk around, oh, black women are like this. No, there's too much nuance to relationships. And
with that too, there's a lot of emotionally charged men. I was on, it was a Talk Tuesday. I forgot which show topic it was, but it was one of these guys in the chat before we even started the conversation. It's already talking about, yeah, black women is this and black women. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that part. That part right there. Yeah, no, that's a brother who hadn't learned how to. All these educated, beautiful black women, you tripping. Stop selecting the wrong one, respectfully.
Who
keep listening up.
His experiences, whoever that chick was, hurt your soul, honey. And I'm so sorry for that, but you really need to heal that. Like when you get to that point, that's what I'm saying. Like, number one, men need to stop saying we don't get emotional because that is emotional.
It is
emotional, and you need to heal.
Absolutely.
And another thing too, because I was telling you earlier about the clip I saw from the Steve Harvey show. And a lot of guys don't like Steve Harvey, but he does make some good points too. He was talking about how men in relationships a lot of times, like if there's a man who's like emotionally unavailable or he doesn't like open up to you, he's like, first of all, in order for a man to open up to you, he has to feel like you are an emotional safe space for him. And like, you know, that's another aspect that we as women have to look at too, because sometimes if a man he displays certain emotions, he didn't have to like, you know, for some women, just to see a man cry is a turnoff. You know what I mean? Like, we really have to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want your man to open up to you, like, he has to feel like we have to create emotional safe spaces for our men too.
That's true. That because a man won't like myself personally. I won't open up to a woman unless I feel safe with her.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel safe with her, then yeah, I will. But you know, you're gonna have to dig for that one. Now, Peace Love says, all these educated, beautiful black women, you tripping. Stop selecting the wrong one, respectfully. Peace Love, respect. Okay, yeah, and that's a very good comment. I think you're missing the context of the conversation, though. Here's the thing, okay? You don't know you selected the wrong one until you figure out that you selected the wrong one. And these were not women that I selected. These are women I went on a date with. I went in a relationship with them. Right. These are first date experiences I'm telling you about, Peace Love. So it was eliminated right then. I didn't select them. I met these chicks, these crazy ones. Most of them I met through friends.
Right.
So I did. It's not like I met them out somewhere and I asked them out or something like that. No, these are friends say, "Hey man, I got this. This is wonderful chick, man. You guys make a good couple. Mm-hmm. Call her up and see if something will come out." I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Call her up. Hey, and we talk for a while. Schedule a date. Let's meet face to face. We go out and meet face to face, and hijinks ensue. And then, nope. So I'm not selecting these chicks. He should make some good points. He got a lot of shit wrong. J Speed, that's my boy. That's my guy, man. Listen, y'all don't get on J Speed. Emotional intelligence. But yeah, emotional intelligence. The thing is, once you get rejected, no matter how you feel, it's about keeping your composure and understanding the way the world works. That woman has a right to reject you.
Yeah, well, that's in dating. How about in the relationship process?
Okay, in a relationship process. In a relationship, if
and this is important too, because like I know some guys who are in like not only like emotionally, like I hate to use toxic, but like just emotionally like toxic relationships, and they who really need to get out of them, but they won't.
Yeah.
They stay there. Yeah. Because some of it, and that goes back to that whole thought process of, oh, but I'm a man, I should take this. Like, no.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean? You shouldn't take it. And the thing is, if you're with someone and you love that person, you honestly love that person, the love is going to cloud your vision, and it's going to make you want the other person to be better. Mm-hmm. And you want to give that person another chance and more time, another chance and more time, another chance and more time. That's when you're leading with your emotion. You're submitting to your emotions in that instance, as opposed to using your common sense. You know, for a will, you should leave.
Right.
You know it, but you love that person so much that you want them to be better.
So
you want them to treat you better. So you people tend to stay.
So is that superhero complex?
It's hope, basically. It's in hopes that person will turn it around and start treating you like with respect and the way you deserve to be treated. That doesn't normally happen, though. That person kind of is who they are at that phase in their life. Now, later on down the line, 10, 15, 20 years, even 20 years later, they might change and grow up and mature and get, obtain wisdom. But at that point, that person isn't for you. You need to bail.
Right.
Now, if a guy's putting hands on you, you need to bail immediately. There is no second chances. No, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get out. That's a guy who doesn't know how to handle his emotions. So even me, like if I'm angry at something, it's not punching it. It's not the first thing I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. So, and even when a woman's yelling at you, you don't meet aggression with aggression. Always, you don't always do that, because she might be upset about something, and the best course of action for you to do is like, okay, ease up. Mm-hmm. Why are you raising your voice?
Right.
Okay, let's just talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so then you talk it out. One of you got to keep a cool head.
Right.
Listen, a man who cannot control his emotions is dangerous to himself. He's normally not dangerous to the other person.
Real quick, Vendra. So, Black Man just dropped the link in the chat. If y'all would like to have a conversation and give your perspective on men being emotional and having emotional damage, feel free to come on up and speak your thoughts, speak your mind, and contribute to the conversation. We'd love to hear from you. And with that being said, Mandrill?
Yeah, fellas, when it comes to your emotions, no one taught you how the world works. That's basically what it is. No one taught you that it's no big deal to get rejected.
Right.
It's not the end of the world. So here's what you do. Understand and accept the fact that that woman has every right to reject you. She has that right, just as you have every right to reject a woman. Okay. Now, the best thing for you to do is ask that woman, what is it about you that she didn't like? If it's something physical, don't get pissed off. She doesn't like the way you look. There's plenty of chicks around here that you don't like.
Right.
You don't like how they look.
Right.
You don't like. How many guys think Whoopi Goldberg's physically attractive?
She paid though.
Physically attractive. I ain't talking about her money.
Listen. If you got a good imagination, you got
no. Look at Skip like no.
Your face every time, like you ain't even saying 2 words, but every time you pop up, you be already ready to say something.
No. Well, so here's the thing. So you have a right, men, you have a right to reject Whoopi Goldberg, just like a woman has a right to reject you. So first, understand that and accept that. 2, what is it about you that women don't like? You know what I'm saying? And work on it. Recognize you should be something that you should be doing on your own. If your dress sense if you walk around and your drip is whack, go get some clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Or find a chick who don't mind a dusty dude.
Hey, there you go. There's that. Oh, Peace Love says, I think she's pretty. And
1-800-RENO-DUSTY.
Rent-A-Dusty. There you go. He opened up. He scanned like it started a business, ladies. 1-800-Rent-A-Dusty.
Rent-A-Dusty.
What you got for a scam like?
Of course, I'm gonna start a fight. I mean, you already know.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. No, first of all, before I start the fight, here's the deal when it comes to emotions and emotional intelligence. Men are emotional. Women are emotional. Men watch football. We can't play. Most of us can't play. Most of us can't jump and play basketball either. But why are we jumping, celebrating? Why are we buying T-shirts and all this stuff to feel like we're a part of the team and we ain't gonna never meet the players? That's emotion. That's entertainment. Entertainers, comedians, all these people feed and they make millions and billions of dollars off of emotions. Elections were based on emotions.
Yes.
Most y'all don't know nothing about what's going on in your city, country. It's emotions.
Right.
Whether you attract a woman, 80% of it has to do with emotions.
Yes.
Because you ask all these facts. I've spent plenty of time over here in the dustosphere. They're telling the men, oh man, this is how it goes. Hi, excuse me, Jane. I'm on my purpose. Really? Would you like some femininity with that? Yes. I will lead you today, and I will protect and provide for you. Oh, really? I will get on your program. No. It's not how this works.
It's not how it works. That's not how it works, man.
Just like if I hear about that nuclear physicist one more time, why didn't she take the man? He was on his purpose. He did. Look, because she didn't like him. How about that?
And like they try to elicit emotion out of me right now because this creative actually has it backwards there. I said I like all skin. I like women of all skin colors, all shades. I find myself. I'm more attracted to darker skinned women. She's sitting here saying the exact opposite. Now, Miss Creative, you know better. You got to try harder than that, Miss Creative.
I like skinny women, but I mean,
Yeah,
why?
Nothing wrong with skinny women. Yeah, there you go. And you have a right to do that.
Because that's what I want. Now, there are some women who don't like me. A lot of them are probably in the chat.
Right. And like Miss Creative messing with me. She's heard me say I'm more attracted to darker skinned women than lighter skinned women. And here she is. Mandrell said he doesn't like dark skinned women. I think he
Shame,
said he
yeah.
likes the light skin. I'm like, so the exact opposite of what I said. What's that
Yeah,
about?
you know how the shame works, which
Yeah,
is an emotion
There you go.
because of feeling. Because you're cool when you do one thing, then once you do something to make somebody upset and hurt their feelings, the shame starts, insults, guilt, you know. But
And
that
I didn't do anything to hurt her. She's like you. She's a troll. She's my troll, and I love her to death. But
Oh,
she
she's
is a
part of the
troll.
troll?
She troll. Yeah, she trolls me all the time, man. She's my troll.
Oh,
Great
I
Pill
got
has
about
Great Pill has Snuggles. Nathan Daly. No, Nathan Daly. I think he has Snuggles. Nathan's got several trolls though.
bro, I got about 50 trolls across these platforms. Yeah.
No, was it Ian said I like mute women? Really?
Come on, Ian.
I know that. No, you don't.
But no, let's people understand that people communicate in their the most effective communicators, leaders, entertainers communicate in their with emotion. Shushu knows she's an actor.
Right. Yeah.
That's 100% emotion.
Right.
That's what it is.
Draw people to, and like that's what draw people to like certain shows and like certain roles. Like when you, as an actor, like as an entertainer, like can connect to or tap into their emotions, like you got them. It's funny because like Danny Glover, prime example, when he did The Color Purple, like people actually like got emotionally involved in that movie so much so that they. Like he got a lot of flack for that, like in real life, because people thought that that's who he was in real life. You get people who get like emotionally hooked or emotionally involved and stuff. Like, yo, it's real.
You did a video like that when you went to that Denzel Washington thing.
Oh yeah, I did.
And you're talking about how Denzel Washington he was walking around the room and how he just made people feel.
Yeah,
that's why he's Denzel Washington, because I
was like.
Feel.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, because people were just like so enamored with him. And you would think like, people were like drawn to him like this is like their father, their uncle or somebody, you know what I mean? Like that they're so close to, and they don't know that man. First time ever being in the same room with him. So yeah, when you tap into people, emotions are very powerful.
Speaking of that, Marcus, pastors feed off of emotions.
Oh,
they do.
Yeah,
definitely.
Especially the curriculum, because you figure in this place that used to exist called the Black community, there's this place called church. There's the big mega Black church. The men left because they know women operate on emotion. So to get that money out of them and to get them under control, they sit there and pander to their emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions control the world. Hitler knew that.
Oh,
that's why he had all them followers.
Is it not PC?
Entertainers, politicians, they all know that.
That's true.
Well, based on emotion.
You trigger people's emotion. Yeah, you trigger people's emotion to get them fired up. Like Dr. Eugene Steele says here in the chat. He says wrestlers are like that too. Mm-hmm. You talk about baby faces and heels.
Huh?
Baby faces and heels. Y'all.
I don't know what the latter part of that is about, but the former, yes, he's right. Wrestlers do that. We got Great Pill podcast up here. Great Pill, tell the guys that managing your emotions it is a constant, cognizant practice. Managing your emotions, it is a constant, cognizant practice.
Tell the guys. I will talk to women and men because I'm an equal opportunity employer. So
right.
you are right. It's cognizant on both ends. It just how you manage it. Unfortunately, it just more so on our end. We see the men get more uncontrollable with their emotions and don't know how to direct it the right way. Especially from my experience currently in these platforms. Hold on, I'm getting emotional. Give me a second, Dusto.
Oh Lord.
One time on a very popular platform. On a network called Black Men Unfiltered. Let me throw a little prayer out there. I sympathized. I agreed to a young, educated woman. And unfortunately, I was emotionally attacked. I was ridiculed. I was bewildered. I was called, a certain letter a couple of times, but I held in. Perfect example that Mandrell spoke earlier. I controlled. Oh, hold on, Dusto. Sorry, bro. Sorry. I control. This is very emotional for me. Very emotional for me. I held my frame last time. Somehow I'm triggered. My I got to talk it out. So I controlled my emotions, like Brother Mandrell spoke earlier, and I didn't react back. And that's how I gave him a good example how majority of men on certain situations to deal with it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's very touching. It's very touching. Thank you.
Great Pill. Just so we can take a second for you to drift in your emotions. Can we please give a super chat to E-Man for thanking him for super chat. Was it AHA? We got AHA. Was it AHA? Ronnie. This was called.
AHA Ronnie. Yeah.
Never seen a grown man with one leg thrust so hard for a super chat.
Seriously. Email says this super chat for everyone except Mandel. There's an R in my name too. Learn how to spell.
You got to. You see that? That's emotional right there.
That's not emotional.
You being petty.
I'm not being petty. This is called corrective action.
Great Pill, when's your Lifetime movie coming out?
Yeah. Maybe
I'm working on theaters I'm working on theaters right now, sir. So give me about 12 months. I have the supporting actors and cast with me. So unfortunately, I am the main star of the show. So just give me that. A lot of CGI got to be in it, though. A lot of CGI.
Right on. So check it out. Listen, we also have aside from the super chat, we also have the Cash App and we have PayPal. You can see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Donate to the platform. Donate to us, my sister and I. Okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay, so my thing was this: learning how to manage their emotions. I think it starts there, understanding and accepting things, understanding that life is not going to go your way. Life is going to be hard. You're going to hear a lot more no's in life than yeses, not just with women, but in every facet of life. And you have to persevere through. Emmanuel Williams, just playing. I love your Ninja Turtle looking ass. LMBO. LMBO?
Laughing my butt off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, help me out this thing. Oh, no, we're gonna give you Brother Johnson sliding across the floor with the footwork.
Admin? I never seen that in fully, like when he stuck his leg up. Like, what was that?
I've never seen it. That was my first time seeing it too, man.
All right, now I gotta be a little bit more real. So, I will say this, Mandrell. Your sister has a point. First of all, you're a good dude for being the forefront and just taking a lot of the hits, between the chat and everything else. Because I like to try to speak in generalities. Because
I was trying to
let him be him. Let him be him. Shoot. Let's let him be him. But
see what I'm saying? Though I was
he done it to himself. So now he already know a little bit of this guy come out now. So shout out to Shushu for having a conversation about a lot of stuff, especially with you, Mandrill, because we actually did a segment and it kind of correlates with emotions. We did a topic about toxic masculinity that all the women panels actually addressed and what they saw. Now, Mandrill, a lot of stuff you're saying, this was come down to a few people in the chat. Again, you brought it up, so I got to address it. You said, hey, I'm not emotional. I'm not triggered. Well, it got to be one or the other, because when somebody says something, especially my number one rule is try to stay out the chat unless it's actually educational and it's actually about the topic at hand and it's out and you're responding and reacting to outside the topic. That's when people deem it emotional. You yourself can say all day, like, hey, you know what? I'm not emotional. I'm not emotional. But just the fact you reacted in 0.3 seconds, and my brother Troll here can let you know, when we hear that reaction so quickly, we be like, gotcha. And then we'll continue on with the flow. So you have to be, and I'm using you as an example for every other male and women out there. Just we're talking about generalities now. Use that as an example right there. Number one, watch what you say. Watch how you react to certain people. If it's something that comes on a little bit more personally, just try to avoid it and ignore it. You know what I'm saying? If you know it's not true, especially if you know it's not true, just zip your lip and keep it pushing. But when you react, and again, using your example, because you kind of threw it out there live, when you reacted to certain people like, Miss Creative and somebody else, and you're trying to add context to try to disprove them wrong, let them be them. You know what I'm saying? Because I can remember a time I went on another brother's platform and I had a super chat sent my way. I didn't react to the super chat. Hell, I didn't even read the super chat. The respect that I had from another brother just because of my character, the host of the platform said, hey, thank you for your $5 super chat. And we kept it moving because that had nothing to do with the platform, nothing to do with the show. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was brought to my attention, I'm just saying ignore it. Heck, we were just watching this a certain platform last night with me on it, and we was more watching the chat, and we was making jokes about the chat. How was my reaction? My reaction was laughing and positivity about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it.
The same thing with me when it comes to the chat. I have fun with it, man. Like even with the things that people put up with me, I think it's going over just a little bit. Just listen to what I'm saying. If people reacting to 0.0 seconds of anything that's not about the topic at hand, then it's like that's when people outside looking in feel like they're being triggered and aka emotional. It's the image, the appearance of it all.
Oh, the optics.
The optics. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, optics. Emmanuel Williams says, E-Man says, what, Shamaria?
Mandrill is a pretty solid guy. One thing that I love about him is that he can take the heat. Mandrill gets emotional every time I get on the panel.
Bruh.
E-Man be gaslighting.
He don't say nothing. E-Man don't say nothing though. E-Man just
yes, he does. E-Man gaslights.
Come on home, E-Man. Just come on home.
E-Man gaslights.
Just come on home.
Okay, we're gonna give you wait, hold up. Let's give him Black David for the super chat. Then we're gonna go to Corey Hagan. Got to do the Black David. That's the funniest one. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got a lot. Now I have a lot of emotions because the fact that that's actually one of my songs, and you got that in there. That's kind of triggering for me. So I apologize.
I love the Canadian-born Nigerian. Super sweet guy. Stand up. Yeah, exactly. Super stand up. He's a stand-up guy. Yes.
Thank you, Maywin, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Shishu, for reading. That's not your brother's strong suit.
Oh, okay.
I'm so done. Thank you, E-Man.
Oh,
okay, E-Man, we're gonna give you Sister Shirley for that one.
Jesus.
I'm emotional again. Mandrill, I gotta ask the question, man. Do Black Men Unfiltered Network I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Just first was I just want to acknowledge Corey. Thank you so much for being up here. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
Corey Hager says that I described his ex-wife when I described the narcissist. Now again, the narcissist, the sociopath. When it comes to because I came across a sociopath. I was studying this when I was actually studying that the last school shooting, the one in Texas, and people like it's a mental health issue. I was like, that ain't mental health. No one who has real mental health issues plans and preps for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was like, okay, yeah, that's sociopath.
Right.
They can't use the excuse of, well, it's a mental health issue. That's a person who just didn't know what to do with their emotions. Sociopaths felt like getting up and doing it that day. Right. They can't use a mental health issue because they know what they're doing. They just happen to think they're right. Corey Hager. Go ahead, but wait.
I was gonna say you can drop me down. I'm gonna head back in the chat where I belong.
Okay, man.
Appreciate you, Dust Up.
You're doing all right up here, man. You're doing all right up here. Corey Hager, what you got for us, man? I mean, was your wife a narcissist or a sociopath, or a little bit of both?
I kind of got to say a bit of both.
There you go. I knew it.
I mean, you get a parent that is in competition with their kids, their spouse, their friends, and I mean, I won't go into details, but it's just mind-blowing. I mean, I had a daughter that was having baby blues, and my ex could only talk about herself.
Oh, wow.
Wow, man. Yeah. So here's the thing. In terms of you and the way you managed that, no doubt that you had, that made you feel a certain type of way. How did you handle it emotionally? How did you manage that emotion?
Bourbon.
No,
I got out of the house. I just I mean, sometimes I had some bourbon, but
Yeah. I mean, well, hey, I mean, no one's here's arguing with you if you notice.
Yeah. Well, where I live, we can head on up into the mountains, and it's just beautiful up here. So, you just kind of get out and breathe. And they call it God's country for a reason because it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My end, I like to because I'm here, currently in Alabama, and I'm a little bit different animal from up north. I like to just drive, just take like a nice drive, listen to my music, blast in, and then cruise around for a bit. That's pretty much one of my calming effects. And then either I'm just home, what I'm saying? I got options, but a lot of people don't like to be cooped up home all the time, so that's one for me. Nice little trail hike, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool here. You can, when there's fog over the top of you, like in the wintertime, you can actually head up the mountains and get up above it.
Oh, wow. How high do you have to climb up?
Not too high. I mean, 5,400.
It's not bad.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Where do you live again?
Oregon.
Southern
Oregon. I don't live up by Portland.
Okay, gotcha. In the middle of nowhere you live. Gotcha. He does. I mean, there's nothing in Oregon except Portland.
Well, he just said there's something there for him.
Oh yeah, mountains and nature. Yeah, you want to live off the grid? Go there.
Well, he's not off the grid. He's online with us now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I'm not off the grid. I'm on an interstate.
There you go.
It's the main one from Mexico to Canada.
There you go.
Shout out to Hank. He said, "What's up?" It's so funny. Quincy said, "Ain't no cruising in these gas prices."
I ain't gonna lie, Hank. It used to be like that, man. You better
take a walk or something.
Hank, no lie, man. I'm like a block around the corner from. I literally won't even drive no more, bro. If I can help it, I would grab a little backpack. I'm sorry.
I was like, that's what Quincy said there. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just agreeing with Hank. I agree with him. I would take a little backpack and walk across around the block just to the grocery store and grab my little amenities and come back. I'm not trying to use my car as much as I can, bro.
Great, Bill. If you were married to my ex-wife, you'd sell a kidney to fill that tank up.
Hey, that's a lot of emotion, sir.
Well, yeah.
You're not gonna trigger me. You're not gonna trigger me, Corey. All right.
Right.
Okay. I know.
E-Man says, all jokes aside, Wednesdays is my most busy day. I really just want to come through and support you guys. Keep doing the good work. Thank you very much, E-Man.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the thing. Like I said, Corey, what do you guys think of my solution?
So super chat, which super chat? We can give him the nerd this time.
Okay.
That money clip us got a new now looks like whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like whoa, whoa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my thing is that what do you think of my solution? Because I like when I started this show, I always said I wanted it to be a solutions-based show.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that men get out of frame with their emotions, and when men get out of their emotions and get into their emotions, and they don't know how to manage them. I even use myself as an example out here.
Well,
I could take flag from the chat, but it's like
I think men need to acknowledge that they have emotions.
Well, of course they do.
So many men just will deny, oh, men aren't emotional. That's women. Women are so emotional. Well, guess what? You're emotional too. You're emotional too. And like we really just need to get to a place where it's like, hey, it's okay. Like even if society has socialized us, like I said, it's a way that we display them. Like women can display their emotions freely, openly in the public, whereas men cannot. So I do think there needs to be some kind of safe space or some kind of safe haven for men to be able to talk about their emotions freely without being judged or criticized for or emasculated for it. Because I mean, you're people, you're human beings. It's okay.
Peace love says
peace love.
Yeah, peace love says there's a $5 super chat. Good live. Thank you, peace love. Thank you very much. What are we gonna give her?
We can give it Sister Shirley.
Sister Shirley, there you go.
Yeah.
Work it out. Hey,
I love that clip. She be killing it.
Right? And so So my solution is, I mean, first we have to teach men and boys, especially the boys coming up, accept the world the way it is first, and let them know that it's okay for women to reject you. They have that right. But when they reject you, it's fine, not the end of the world. Just because she doesn't like you doesn't mean that a million other women won't. You don't know,
Well, you talk about like in the dating or the courting process, like when you're trying to pursue someone.
Yeah, that's what I see a lot of times.
How about in a relationship?
In a relationship, here's the thing, my thing.
You get their heart broken, you get their feelings hurt in relationships, and they're told to just move on. And how many times have y'all heard, oh, the best way to get over somebody else is to get under somebody, or that's
I heard that a lot. Especially in spaces.
Right. So like you're not dealing with your emotions. You're just acting out of anything.
Right. And Black David says, black women don't deserve educated, well put together whole nuts. They deserve the trash that they covered and dealing with for a long time. Don't waste your time trying to save black women.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so fair enough. I mean, that's his opinion. My thing is, when it comes to in a relationship, you have to understand that person is not always going to agree. You and that person are not always going to agree. And just because she doesn't agree with you doesn't mean you get pissed off, because sometimes her idea might be better than yours. It might be the best course of action. You know what I mean? Guys are told they're supposed to be the leaders and this, that, and the other, but that doesn't mean you know everything. Doesn't mean you're going to be right all the time. Give me a second, Grape Hill. So, in the context of a relationship, if she's upset about something, sometimes as the man in the relationship, you just need to shut the fuck up and hear her out. She doesn't always need you to fix it. That was the big thing that I learned in my last relationship. She didn't need me to fix everything. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that, and that's something I actually did learn. They don't always need me to fix it. Sometimes they just want me to sit there and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Grape Hill. What are you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say because I feel like it's an echo chamber with the as soon as somebody talks about emotions, they go straight to girlfriend, boyfriend, engagements, relationship. You do know there's other types of relationships out there, and just speaking in general, they have friends. That's a relationship. People get emotional about their friends. A friend probably disrespected them, or they feel like they're being betrayed. Relationships within the families, all relationships in the house home with your family is not the best relationship. Some people might say, heck, your worst enemies is your family. You know what I'm saying? We heard that before too, because they know a little bit too much. So again,
you know what?
Yes.
Bringing that up, this just because that is a very poignant point, especially when it comes to family. I think, and especially in our community, we're taught that some toxic habits when it comes to that, like that we're supposed to tolerate family members no matter how they treat us. And that is not okay at all.
Mm-mm.
Hey, first of all, hey, Mr. Emotionally Damaged. Hey, J Speed, how y'all doing? And that is important, and that does need to be addressed because it's like because they're family, we're supposed to take anything from them.
Correct, because I've lived that. Correct, I lived that. I spoke about that before because I'm close family member close to me. That it was just like you have to tolerate and deal with their crap because that's your family. And I'm like, that's not the case.
Right.
Which was I felt like the wrong thing to do. And I have to say shout out to J Speed because there was something he said last time with the family members and stuff. And I was like, that's my pride. I was like, no, because I'm a type of person I like to walk around the eggshells. I'm avoid if it's drama and I get a smell of it or whiff of it. I'm not going to be bothered with it. I'm just going to try to stay with it as much as I can. But unfortunately, that type of drama, because either you have a relationship with them, it always finds its way to creep right back up in your face. So now I feel like, hey, I got to attack it head on, or at least just be set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And see how that works out. But avoiding it a lot of times is not the answer. Usually when you end most relationships, whether it's families or friends, let's try to have like a positive discord and disconnect from it. But if not, with your standards and boundaries that Mandrill mentioned earlier, like sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, this is not my cup of tea. I'm just gonna move on. Hopefully that this person is respectful enough because we have that history together and that bond as blood that we can be respectful even if we cross paths. Because giving dirty looks, like it's just not gonna work either.
Right. Let's Marcus, and we're gonna go to J Speed, OG.
Marcus.
Yeah, he's J Speed was another man.
OG can go before me. OG J Speed.
Okay, good. Now, Shmary, this is the first time meeting him. He is also a man who spent over 30 years in the industry, same industry as you acting. He's a retired stuntman actor, comedian extraordinaire. Okay, This is OG, J Speed.
Right.
Unmute yourself, brother.
How you doing? Oh, first and foremost, before you speak, J Speed, I just want to let everybody know that backstage is closed right now. So
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
J Speed.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
All right, how about yourself?
I'm sounding like I'm at some damn Congress or the president of Sweet. So I can't live up to all that shit you just said, man.
Why not?
It makes me see. Makes me seem like I'm out of place. But anyway, I've been listening to y'all, and I was just saying to myself, how did this generation make this shit so complicated?
I don't know.
Well, if anybody think a man has got, I hear this thrown around the YouTube street, and it's real that y'all say men ain't got emotions and get out of your emotions. Like, when the last time they ever looked at our war score? How many wars we don't had in this country? Who was mostly fighting them wars? So that's some damn emotion to your ass. That's emotion to the highest festivities. And so what I'm trying to say is, for a man to say get out of your emotion, to have never had his father at his football game or his boxing match or anything concerning him as a kid, because you will see a lot of emotions. I'm serious. Have you played sports, and not only in sports, it's, you have your father and mother go across there, you might see a father. Look, let's just be honest. Let's be honest with this. If men didn't want to be emotional, why did God give us tear ducts?
Oh,
Right. That's
I'm
Why do
so
you give
used to
us
that.
tear ducts?
I'm so used
See,
to that.
I'm serious. Why do you give us tear ducts?
right.
You know, and this is where the goofy stuff starts in these spaces. And that's why I just have fun when I come in, because I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna tell y'all what I told the boys back there in the 1970s. As soon as y'all went down and took a bite out of crime between that lady's legs, I know y'all was getting yourself in some damn trouble. Seriously.
Take a bite out of crime between a woman's legs, JSP.
Yeah, I know.
I love OJSP, man. JSP, I love you, bro.
I'm serious, because I was telling the brothers back then, I would say, look, man, y'all, that grass look green on the other side of the field, but you're gonna find out that's some turf over there. So when y'all did this shit, y'all did it to men pretty much ate themselves out of the box. Pretty much. Y'all ate yourself out of the box.
I love
Because
seafood.
you know, I look at it this way. I don't care if a girl got Kentucky Fried Chicken in her drawers. I ain't licking nothing. That's just me. Now, I don't know about other people. They can do what they want to do. I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, man.
You know you would have laughed, James. Grayfield, you know you would have.
Trying to.
So
Even if it smells good, JSP, you still would eat it?
Look, man, I don't care what it smells like. I mean, Colonel makes some good smelling chicken, you know. But I'm not. I don't care if she have 11 and 12 spices down there. I'm not really interested in her spices between her legs. Just like I said, and I tell all these young men, you get a strong backbone, you don't have to use your jawbone. Because women found out a long time ago. That once you went down there and took a bite out of crime, she didn't need you no more.
Why not?
Because she can tickleate herself, or she can have a girlfriend do that. They can play buddies.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
A lot of this stuff. Now, I'm gonna just be honest with you. A lot of problems we having in relationship problems today, believe it or not, and some of you might agree along with this, and some of you not. But I seen it coming, and I ain't talking about the C-U-M. I'm talking about C-O-M-E. I seen this coming because pornos and pornographic material pretty much push people in a way of sexual habits. I remember there was a time in porn they never had no anal in it. You know what I mean? And it was real taboo if you had a threesome, because that was supposed to be every man's fantasy. And any man ever had a threesome, he know that ain't no damn fantasy. It's too much goddamn goofy shit going on. Everybody bumbling, bumbling, and don't know what to do. You know what I mean? There's only so many parts you can take care of. And there's always been a crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God forbid that your girl decided she wanted to be a threesome with two guys. Now, that's some bullshit there. You know what I mean? That's a real bullshit. That's a real bullshit there, because what we supposed to be doing in the meantime when it's, taking a break. You know what I mean? What we supposed to be rubbing him on the shoulder saying you're doing a good job? Nah, see, this is where the bullshit started at with this pornographic stuff. Because back in the day, when I seen pornographic stuff, it was mostly like Playboy, a big old sticky magazine that you might find on your father's bed or something. And you couldn't get all the pages together because it'd be sticky. I don't know why it was sticky, but you couldn't separate the goddamn pages. But what I'm trying to tell you,
sounds like the Pilgrims.
Yeah, what I'm trying to tell you, it wasn't as graphic. I mean, the pornos they doing today, you can pretty much see the woman's ovary. I mean, they go so deep inside. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing left to the imagination, people. I mean, she's got a turbocharged vibrator, do 455 RPMs per hour. No way you gonna match that shit. I don't care if you hook your asshole up to a battery, you're not gonna be able to match that. So a lot of that, because in the end of the day, relationships always breaks down to the physical part, and we know that. In the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna be interested. I don't care how fine the girl is. If she tell you her coochie is locked up, you be like, okay, that's good. And so I just see your ass from across the room. You got it locked up. Let me know when you unlock it. Matter of fact, I got a cousin who's a locksmith. He can unlock it. Can I give him a call now? But what I'm trying to say is, men, you are the same way. You are interested in a woman by her appearance, by her eyes. Women, believe it or not, women like men who other women like.
Yeah.
Listen to what I just said. Women like men who other women like. Because you know what? Out of my 11 sisters, the biggest secret I found out, don't tell nobody I told you this shit. Women that don't dress for your ass, guys. They dress for other women to tell other women, I'm the queen in the room. And that's why when women have other women coming into the room, you'll see a woman look another woman up and down. There's a reason. She's trying to figure out her competition. Even though she might have all the confidence in herself, she know the play she gonna have to do if somebody come in there with something that presents herself to be the queen in the room. That woman know exactly what gear to get to knock her off the shelf. So when y'all thinking women dressing for y'all guys, they're not. I'm gonna tell you how I found out this. When I was telling my wife that she looked nice in her shoes, she'd be like, "Oh, thank you," but it's almost expected. I'm her husband. I'm supposed to tell her she looked nice in shoes, but let one of her girlfriends tell her, "Girl, them some badass shoes. You gotta let me wear them one day." Boy, that face become like a Kool-Aid pack. From ear to ear, she's smiling. You see what I'm saying? So women are taught from a very early age that there's something always wrong with them. In the media, print, fashion, and everything, they always got to be making adjustments to themselves. You got to have these kind of eyebrows. You got to have this kind of accent. So you always told something is wrong with you. Nobody really tells a man, well, other than black men, you ain't worth shit. But just in general, they don't tell men that they have to be correcting things. Now, this new generation is something totally different. They're always chasing the bag. I love these type of brothers who chase the bag, because if you know how many times OJ Speed, and I still, I ain't put my stuff on the shelf yet. If you know how many times OJ Speed took a woman from a man who had the bag and spend his money, I can tell you the time that she took his credit card and bought me a suit with. So what I'm trying to tell you, you keep chasing that bag all you want. Women go choose who they want to choose. That's it. They do the choosing. You don't do the choosing. You do the look, but you don't do the choosing. Women choose you. And they usually choose guys who they consider as being popular. That simple.
They want the thrill of beating other women out of getting you.
You believe it or not, men are the trophy for women.
Yeah.
Women are not that trophy for men. Men are the trophy for women to tell other women, get your ass back because I'm the queen. Look at my man. And so you dry old women who out there always trying to get your girlfriend to lead a man because you don't have a man. And women, this is what you better stop doing too. Stop telling them about your Olympics you having in the bedroom with your boyfriend. She's sitting over there dry as a box of cracker with her vibrator. And they got to listen to your bullshit ass stories about her, you getting worked over. Sooner or later, she going to go over there and ask for, some ketchup to go on her fries. Damn the sugar. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to keep y'all personal life in the bedroom a little more quieter. Tell him he the worstest person in the world in the bedroom. You ain't never worry about your woman trying to take him from you. But y'all have to brag. Y'all damn sure have. And I'm talking about these strong, a.k.a. Dickmans, still in the world today. I know you got these brothers out there munching and eating, but you still got some old a.k.a. Dickmans out there. And they know how to put it in. Because sooner or later, a woman, she go want what her body was designed for. And so there's a difference between the digestive system and the reproduction system. Y'all don't got it fucked up. And y'all eating groceries now in the toilet stool. Now, I thought you're supposed to eat your groceries before you get to the toilet stool. But y'all in some bullshit now.
I do not. I stay away from there.
Oh, yeah, but when you stay away from there? Well, good thing, brother. Good thing.
I don't eat groceries either. I don't eat groceries either.
You know what? That is a beautiful place to catch up. We kind of have to wind this down. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Give us your fun. Yeah, give us your fun. No, you were fantastic.
You were fantastic.
Give us your final thoughts. Give me your
I'm gonna
final
give you-
thoughts on emotional intelligence for men.
Well,
Stop
emotional intelligence for men. You are the prize, man. Stop being shy. You gonna lose some fights. You gonna lose some battles. I'm telling you, I lost a lot of battles. I did. But how you know you gonna get that one that you deserve if you don't lose some battles? Ain't no great championship team ever just started off a champion. They had to go through some struggles.
Right.
And as me, I go through some struggles. I tried a lot of shit. Back in the day, you know, we couldn't afford condoms. I had balloons, trying balloons out, duct tape. I tried everything. I came from a poor family. So I lost some struggles.
Bruh.
But what I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, y'all are way advanced than I was. You got a lot of tools, a lot of things in life that you can use. You don't have to do the things what we call a shade tree sexologists. You know, we had to come up with shit. You know, so what I'm trying to tell you, it's not as complicated as you trying to make it.
It's not.
Stop putting too much to it. Just go in, meet that woman. If she's the one for you, she go choose you. If she's not the one for you, she go put your ass in that friend category, and your ass stay in there for the rest of your life. I don't give a damn what you do. All right, peace and love, and always strive for the truth. Thank you for having me on your panel. I hope this insight of some old fart like me can help some of you guys out there to get this situation cleared up.
Thank you very much, OG.
Thank you, OJ.
Your presence is always welcome. Like I told you, look, you got a key to the door, brother. Anytime we drop the link, come pull up if you feel like it.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it
You
easy.
can come on the panel anytime you feel like it.
Yes, sir. All right, take
Always
it easy.
welcome.
Peace,
All right, take it
peace,
easy.
peace.
Marcus.
What's up, bro?
You didn't eat Marcus?
I swear I didn't. On my left.
You eat groceries, Marcus. Yes, you do.
No, I shop for groceries, but I don't eat them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to say the topic, emotional, and what Grape was touching on earlier, and what y'all said about family. Sometimes they're the ones that do you the most dirty, and they're the ones you're supposed to trust the most, and they're the ones that are hurting you. I had that experience, especially coming from my parent. I talked to Grape about this behind the scenes more in detail, and it did stuck with me, and for a while it did stay with me to not want to forgive her. But then as I got older, I just said I had to let go of this weight that I was carrying for a long time. And I just told her, you know what, I love you. No matter what, you brought me into this world. I know we didn't see eye to eye on everything, but I just didn't want to do it before it got too late. Same thing with like my father, same thing with other people in my life. So, I carry this sentiment to be a little bit more compassionate and empathetic. I try to give a second chance. And it's up to that person whether they mess it up on me or not. But I just try to have that bigger heart and that bigger understanding. So, being emotional, that shit's tough. Say what you want, bro. You laugh at it all you want.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm still laughing at J-Speed.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Still laughing at you.
You know what, Marcus? Maybe
Yeah.
like a show on that, like just the toxic, like family members, like toxic relationship with them.
Well, we're actually going to do that for the men's panel this next Tuesday coming up because Mr. Vaughn had brought it up too. Because like I said, Mark is actually 100% right. We had this conversation multiple times behind the scenes, and Vaughn kind of, Vaughn kind of sparked it up to give it an interest. So, and to be funny, to be seriously, that was going to be like my first video on the platform. Just talk about how parents don't understand, but somehow just like it's not. I was embarrassed to bring it up, and somehow it just keep coming up and circling. And God's weird in that way. So I have my own plans. If we ever know when you make plans, and God laugh at you. So shout out to Poppy Blanco. Me and him had a little discourse about it, and then Vaughn pretty much put the cherry on top. It's like, hey, men need to hear these kind of conversations. You know what I'm saying, in these spaces, because I'm out the game. I'm married 20-something years. I'm trying to teach my son. It's kind of hard in these spaces now growing up with media and the platforms that people have. My son got me because it's a 2-parent household. So I was like, sure, we'll have the young generation and the old generation come on for the men's panel. That's next week, Tuesday. And then we'll have those conversations. So
It's dope. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have any final thoughts too while you at it? Or
no, Corey, go ahead. I'll let Corey go. They had switched him in there. Go ahead, Corey.
Okay.
I think when you grow up and you know your mom, you're around her. Hopefully, you're around her. Moms are important, but when you get older, it's kind of a rude awakening when you realize that your mom just might be as crazy or crazier than some of the girls you've dated.
Right.
It's kind of a culture shock.
Preach.
I don't know how much I will preach, but I will say that because it's still my mom.
Right.
Right.
That's that silent, unspoken. It exists. It's real. Yeah. I mean, the hard part is when you go, because I got 2 older brothers, and I talk to them, and I'm like, you know why she does that, don't you? It's because she's just as crazy as they are, and it just stops them in their tracks.
Right.
And it's just, but that's also a real tender subject too. You can't go around talking about somebody's mom.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, yep, emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Corey, so much for that. We appreciate you.
Mhm.
Oh wait, Great Pill, you have.
Thank you. That was admin just like.
Wait.
It's all good. I like the admin. It's been a good conversation. Very proud of Mandrill doing his thing. This, second time around, I have nothing to, usually if I say anything, it's pretty much with a lot of feedback. So I don't have anything to say to Mandrill. And good job, Shushu, for carrying his weight. His emotions, because Lord knows he has them, but he'll deny it all to the end of his times. But just to give an example again, solutions, just take the time out to process yourself. We know we need therapy. We mentioned it before. Heck, I say I actually want to see a therapist to see what they say, but that's just me. But unfortunately, my therapist is pretty much my friends, church, positive outlets, whatever I do in my life. Yes, men get in their emotions is how we manage them. What defined us as men. Again, men get emotional. It takes how we defined our emotions and how we control them. If it's a relationship, just take the L, brother, and keep moving. If it's a live platform, close your mouth. Why are we arguing with a woman? Heck, why are we even arguing with another man? That's emotional. That's problematic. That's something for you. If you have some kind of medical or chemical imbalance about yourself, some issues there, please don't come on these live panels if you don't understand what that entails. Please don't do that. Same thing with friendships, friendships and relationships. Try to find a healthy way to deal with your friends. Try to have a healthy way to deal with your relatives. If you can't, just try to avoid them as best you can, but you have to still come ahead with those certain people, especially if you're working with them. If you live in the same town and area, them little cookouts and events going to be coming, and you got to see mama, auntie, and cousin Nuke and that knucklehead Pook. So that's going to happen. So you got to find ways like, hey, cuz we're still family. We're not friends, but we're still family, and just learn how to deal with it that way. So again, I appreciate y'all guys for having this great conversation. Shout out to the chat and everything else. And like Vaughn always says, push forward.
All right. Thank you so much. Madrill, final thoughts?
My final thoughts on the issue are as follows. Listen, fellas, first, accept the world the way it is. You're going to get rejected. You're going to get rejected a lot. You're going to take some L's. You're going to take a lot of them. But instead of lashing out with your emotions, let the emotions be your motivation, your fuel. Don't give up because you feel bad. That bad feeling you get because you lost, use that as motivation to never allow yourself to happen, to let that happen again. Just like with fighters, you know what I'm saying? If you lose, the reason why I train to fight is to make sure I don't lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not to win. I don't train to win. I train to make sure I don't lose. That's a completely different mindset, completely different way of thinking. You know, so you just let failure be your motivation to be better. So if a woman doesn't like you or rejects you because she doesn't like the way you look, hit the gym, hit the weights.
Right.
You don't have enough money, get a second job. Go get a degree, go get some qualifications, get some certifications and credentials or whatever. Elevate yourself. Use all that negative emotion to elevate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you handle emotions. Accept the fact that not everyone's going to like you. Right. And it's okay. Right. You know, and there you go.
My final thoughts are, first of all, fellas, acknowledge the fact that you have emotions. And you know what? It's absolutely okay because you're a human being. And human beings have emotions. Like JSP said, you know, if you didn't have emotions, then why did God give you tear ducts? So acknowledge that, yes, you have feelings. Try to start learning how to identify your feelings. And that's okay too. Like, no, society isn't at a point where we can, like, you know, where men can express themselves, you know, healthily in a way, like, you know, to cry and stuff like that in public. But find an emotional safe haven, an emotional safe space where you can, where you feel comfortable expressing yourself and your emotions, like dealing with them and hashing them out in a healthy way so that it doesn't deal with you in an unhealthy way. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting us. We really appreciate it. We'll have a replay tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And thank you guys again. You are much appreciated. We love y'all so much. Have a good night.